The only pressure I feel is to be better as a singer and a performer. I don't give a shit about selling records. I know everybody says that, but if you knew me, you'd know it's true. Because I don't care about that. I just want to have the fucking coolest band, the coolest fucking tour, you know, coolest videos, coolest albums, you know. That's what I want.
No, I don't think so, because we just wrote from the heart like we did on the first record. You know, the only pressure was getting it done in time. And we went back and forth with the record company, you know, because they wanted it out at a certain date, and we didn't want to put something out that we weren't proud of, you know, so we took our time, we wrote the songs, and we were damn proud of every song that we wrote. You know, we were happy to say it's one of our songs, more or less.
Slave to the Grind, it's kind of like got a double meaning. Within the song, when you're slave to the grind, it's kind of like you're always like standing in line and always being the person who has to follow other people's orders and you know, this type of thing where you're always have to answer to somebody, you know? And the whole premise of that song is that we're not about that. That's everything in life that we hate, you know? We want to be at the front of that line as opposed to the back, you know what I mean? And not to sit there and have to take orders or commands from anybody, set your own rules as opposed to following rules, you know? And also, the other side of it is slave to the grind. Like, the grind is our music, you know, and just the power of it and the heaviness of it. And so we turn to grind, and that's the only thing in our lives that we're a slave to is our music.
Yeah, my dad's been an artist, you know, for his whole life. It's not like a hobby, that's what he does. And it's funny because sometimes I read my life story, and I was born in the Bahamas, and I lived in California, and then I lived in Toronto, and then I lived in Detroit. I lived all over the world, right, by the time I was like 10. And people go, your dad was in the Army. I go, no, he's a hippie. You know, people don't believe it, you know, and it's funny. And, you know, I tell people my dad's an artist, they think that he paints, you know, like apples and oranges or something, but he's a fucking psycho. That's where I get it from. Runs in the family.
Hi, this is Sebastian from Skid Row.
You're watching Sony Music TV, and this is the Skid Row Special. Right on.
This is the Skid Row clothes here. What we got going? What do we got? Skid Row. Yeah. She's only rock and roll. 255. Got some standard vest here. Heavy metal. Heavy metal right here. You get the idea there. Los Angeles Lakers right here. LA Lakers. Track pants. Bull Boys. Yeah, Bull Boys. Shoes, tape. Skid Row. No money. No money. Headphones. Atlantic Records. Shaving cream. Hey, you guys, look at it, I'm doing a TV show. Shaving cream. Okay, put it on your face like this. And you get your headphones. Get your safety pins. Wrist pins. Then you take the track pants. You wipe it off.
Oh, can we get it? Can I come in?
Scary. That's me.
I look better here. Now this is a look. Yes.
See-through, extra air holes.
How you doing, Japan?
We are putting on makeup and we get our hair going. We go. Spray up your hair. We got some hairspray. Your breath smells like bad venison. Bad venison is what I need. Whoa, whoa.
まず5人のメンバーいるんで一人一人性格を分析してほしいんですけども、それじゃあですね、スネークから残りの4人のメンバーの性格を分析して日本の方を教えてください。そしてスネークの性格はセバスチャンがちょっと答えてください。お願いします。
All right. Well, let me see. Who do I start with? Let me start with Rachel here.
Rachel? Okay.
Rachel is got to be one of the most brutally honest individuals I've ever met in my life. If you suck, you suck. If you're great, you're great. And that's one of the things I have the most respect for with him. He's a great songwriter, and I learned a lot off him from songwriting. And he's a great friend, and he's been there for each and every guy in his band when they've needed him, and that includes me, you know? Because I am a part of this band, right?
No.
Unless I replace myself.
You want me to be brutally honest with you?
And he's a great guy to hang out with, you know, just to work with, so it's cool. Sebastian,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna wait for him for last. Let me tell you about Scotty for a second. When I first met Scotty, he was wearing a hefty bag. And,
I remember that.
and this is my first impression of Scotty Hill. Scotty is one of the most complex individuals I think I've ever met. He's he's got a feather. He's wearing a green hefty bag and walking around with his feather. I really can't get into it, but it was pretty amusing at the time. And he's got such a diverse personality. You know, he's one of the most funniest guys I've ever met. Tells the worst jokes in the world. He's a great guitar player, and I don't know, we've developed a really strong friendship over the years too, just from playing with each other and living together and stuff like that, and hanging out with each other. Scotty's the grouch of the band. When he gets up in the morning, he needs something to eat and that cup of coffee, and gets his life going. But before that, watch out, you know, you're good or done.
You know, that twiddles his thumb.
He's the first guy I ever met that twiddles his thumbs, too. I always thought that was an expression, and I look at he's going like this. But Rob is the nicest guy in rock and roll. He's constantly, you know, got a smile on his face, and he's real pleasant to be around. Great drummer, you know. I lived with him for a few years too, and he's always been a great friend too.
We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
Yeah. And plus he always gets the women, and that's kind of what pisses me off about him. So if he's got any downfall, it's that. And last but not least, Sebastian. Sebastian. When they made Sebastian, they broke the mold, they burned it, they threw it away. There's only one of a kind. And I didn't know what to think when I first met him. You know, he came down to Jersey like he was talking about before and went out to this bar. But I gained some respect for him right then and there because the boy could drink. So you know you're in Jersey when you got a drinking guy like that next to you. And he's I think, one of the best frontmen and vocalists there are in music. You know, as far as, not even talking about today, but like of all time, you know, he sings with feeling and conviction, and he's always worried about, you know, putting on a great performance from night to night. And that's, I mean, I could say that for everybody in the band, you know? And he's turned into be a great friend, and all these guys are real special, you know? So it's cool. Who's got the violin? Seth just said that so he couldn't say anything bad about me.
Snake is the best guy that I think I'm supposed to analyze Dave here. Yeah. Analyze. Dave the Snake Sabo is named after his own nipple hair. So I think that sums it all up.
Well, there goes my question.
I'm sorry. Dave is a guy, when they said the expression, "I'll take a bullet for you," they were talking about him. He's above all, he's a musician, but I mean, just on a personal level, he's the best friend that anybody could ever have, because he's always looking after things that he really doesn't have to look after, like, personal well-being or whatever, but it's starting to sound like a stupid soap opera.
Would you pay him already?
I know, I got my wallet with me.
He's a guy that, if I have a show the next day and I want to drink and I shouldn't, he'll be the first one to say, "Hey, don't drink, you're being a jerk." But he's also the first one that if I got a day off, he's the first one to lift up that bottle and toast. So, I mean, that's
Hoist an ale, if you will.
a fine Pilsner.
Fine Pilsner.
That's what being a friend's all about, man. So,
There you
cheers to
have
the
it.
snake.
Right on.
Fucking asshole. Skid Row on the limo. Right here, buddy. This is it. New York City streets, limousine, rock and roll. All right? And then you walk into the limo. Bye-bye. Domi arigato. Snake is a homo arigato. Arrivederci. See you in Japan. Bye. Hi, we're Skid Row.
And the #1 pick of this week is the story of our lives, Youth Gone Wild.
Turn it up, mother trucker. Rolling. Hey, Masa, what's up?
確かにデビューした時はジョン・ボンジョビあるいはリッチー・サンブラ、そういうボンジョビの連中が彼らを支えたということがあってデビューは非常に恵まれてた。まずこういう環境問題があったと思う。だけどそのスキッドローはだんだんやっぱり自分たちの力で売れたのになぜやっぱりいつまでもそのボンジョビのその庇護があったということをみんなが言うんだろうというふうに苦悩するわけですよね。で考えてみればこれは環境問題っていうのはやっぱりこれは運もあったしそれから彼の実力もあったと思うんですよ。確かにねそのボンジョビに庇護はあったかもしれないけども2枚目見れば分かる通りね特に2枚目になってくるとファーストアルバム以上にヘビーになってワイルドになるじゃないですか。どちらかというとこの手のバンドって2枚目は1枚目を踏襲して安全牌でいきたいっていう風な気持ちが強いのになぜスキッドローがこれだけヘビーなアルバムを作ったかというとこれはやっぱりね1枚目にやっぱりこうアイドルグループじゃないかとかそういうふうに思われたことに対するねやっぱアンチテーゼだと思うわけ。自分たちのグッてアグレッシブな部分を出そうと思ったからだと思うのね。でスキッドローが成功した背景はねまずこれはね彼らの実力つまりソングライターとしての、すごく才能があったということそれからルックスもたまたま良かった。でもこれはあまり邪魔をしてないねヘビーグループとしては。一番大事なことはスキッドローがいい曲を作りそしてね時代と向かい合うような非常にやっぱりメタリカであるとかガンズと同じようなアグレッシブなね精神力を持っていた。ここがねやっぱりポイントだと思う。そういうことをやっぱりね見逃さないでねやっぱりアイドルバンドだって言っちゃ困るな。成長ってのはその辺のねコアな部分を見てほしいと思うよ。